I'm Asad Dhunna, the founder of the Unmistakables.
My name is Ronke Lawal. I'm the founder of Ariati Public Relations.
My name is Aleena Hosnain, and I am a Senior Digital Health Strategist at Edelman, UK.
There's a stereotype of what a PR professional is.
It's kind of glamorized. If you look at movies and TVs, you have this idea of like PR is like, you're a publicist for a celebrity.
It doesn't really exist anymore. I don't meet any people who look like they've just fallen out of ab fab.
So what do I do? So basically, I help my clients communicate better and effectively to their audiences, and I make sure we help to build trust and strengthen and manage their reputations and get them seen.
Digital PR kind of spans from A to Z, so it's anything from social media strategy, the content that we're putting out, the assets that we're putting out on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, etc. It's anything from audience persona work, it's website development, app development. It's essentially making sure that our clients are telling the stories that they need to tell online.
You have to really think about how you're communicating, how you're sharing information, and it really is about that trust building.
I stumbled upon PR, if I'm being completely honest.
I wouldn't say I ever sat down and thought, I want to do PR. I actually wanted to be a journalist. That was my big dream.
I happened to just talk to a teacher who ended up becoming my mentor, and she recommended I take a communications course. And that's where my love for PR and communications really happened.
As I started to learn about how news operated, and having worked for a newspaper for a bit, I realised that PR was a huge part of the news cycle and how news works. And I wanted a little bit more money, it paid a bit more, it was a bit more secure, there are more job opportunities. So I kind of landed in the world of PR and agencies, and then I never looked back.
Oh, I love talking. And I love people, even if people can be really annoying and really strange, but I do enjoy communicating with people. So I think it was just a natural progression.
Explaining PR to my parents, it started with a definition literally off of Webster dictionary.
Even now when I speak to my mum and I say I work in this industry, she has no idea what it is.
Trying to explain this to my parents or the work that I do is just like a brick wall, wouldn't make any sense.
I got a piece of coverage in the Sun or the Mirror. It was a picture story, and I took it to my mum and went, this is what I do. I helped set up this photo shoot that got this picture into the newspaper. I helped sell it into the newspaper. She went, why aren't you in the picture?
There's kind of this expectation in the South Asian community to kind of be a doctor, a lawyer. And I think what really worked for my dad was showing him a job description from another company that was looking for a junior public relations specialist. That really put into context for him.
If they see me once in a while, not often, on TV talking about PR or talking about some of the work I do, then it's like, oh, we understand.
At the beginning of my career, by trying to explain it, and then as time has gone on, I've just stopped bothering.
Oh, the best thing about working PR is the best thing. You've caught me now.
Best thing about working in PR is the number of opportunities that there are. There are umpteen PR agencies that you could go and work for. There are umpteen companies that want PR people inside their business.
The best thing of working in PR is that every day is a different day. You really don't know what you're going to get into, and I love having that opportunity to try different things, be challenged, kind of the unknown.
The most exciting day of my career was when we won our first client at the Unmistakables, and just the level of euphoria that we had and how excited we were to work with our client. They had sent us something in the post, so I found out by opening this parcel, and it just showed a level of creativity and a relationship and a business relationship that was really warming to me.
I think it comes to the relationships. It's such a people business, and that's what I really love about it. It's like you get to tell these really authentic stories, whether that's in the voice of patients, whether that's in the voice of like physicians or just consumers day to day. That's why I do it, and that's why I love it.
I think a person who works in PR today is very in tune with what's going on in the news and understanding how we process stories. I think it's someone who has a keen interest in business or the organisation they work for, but I think it's also someone who's quite creative. And I see more and more PR people who are creative, and that's what they're selling as their service and their skill.
Well, I think a good PR, a good person, a good PR pro asks questions that nobody else is asking.
PR, it's not just for the outgoing people, it's for everyone. You can find your space.
Also, somebody who's good at conflict resolution. So somebody who's able to communicate effectively beyond diplomacy, actually look for tangible steps that says, okay, how do we break up an argument on the playground or whatever, or in the canteen or whatever? How do we resolve this situation? Communicate in a way that both sides feel like they feel like they've been heard, and they feel like there's an outcome that benefits both of them. One thing I would recommend any student to do is get into networking. I don't think we're taught that enough at university in this country. Start networking before you leave university, and just be in the environment of the industry that you want to work in.
I think if you're young today, you've got a massive advantage on a lot of people who are in the industry, in that you've grown up with phones in your pocket, you've grown up with the apps that we've all had to learn about. So I think if you're a student today, it's looking at those platforms and at the content that you're seeing and thinking, how is this coming to me? How is this being shaped? And how could I be part of an ecosystem or an industry that creates that kind of content? If I could have any job in PR, I'd have exactly the job I have right now. I love what I do.
President of PR? No. Any job in PR. I think I'm doing the job. The freedom that comes with being a consultant is really something that I cannot take for granted.
The job that I have now. I love the job that I'm doing. I love the agency that I work for. I love my clients.